On today's show, that Opel deal with Peugeot is just days away. Ford envisions delivery vans using drones to make the deliveries, and the United States cuts oil imports from OPEC by 70%. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily, the show for enthusiasts of the automotive industry. Boy, that Opel deal is sure moving fast. Just a few weeks back, General Motors announced that it might sell Opel to PSA, the parent company of Peugeot and Citroën. Now, Bloomberg reports that a deal could be announced next week. The two sides are still hammering out the details, but the aim is to get it done in days. PSA expects to save $2 billion a year by closing plants, good luck with that in Europe, sharing parts, and through joint purchasing. It would also make PSA Europe's second largest automaker behind Volkswagen. Looks like Tesla's starting to catch on in China. Bloomberg reports that its revenue tripled last year in the country to over $1 billion. Tesla does not break out sales in China, but it stands to reason that if its revenue tripled, so did sales. Using round numbers, we estimate that means Tesla sold about 8,500 cars in China last year, compared to 42,000 in the U.S. Even so, Tesla says China could grow to become its biggest market. Here is a very interesting statistic that shows how much progress the automotive industry is making with fuel efficiency. Even though there are 15 million more vehicles on the road in the United States today than there were 10 years ago, the U.S. uses less gasoline today than it did in 2007, which was the all-time peak of usage. Better still, U.S. oil imports from OPEC are down 70% in just the last 5 years, according to the Energy Information Agency. Total U.S. oil imports are down 25%, and the U.S. is now exporting more than 1 million barrels every single day. No one saw that coming. In fact, automakers are scrambling to deal with this change because 5 years ago, their product plans were counting on gasoline prices going through the roof. We'll be back with more right after this.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems, advanced materials that deliver better results. Lear, a global leader in automotive seating and electrical systems. And by Yanfeng, experience in motion.
Citroën's upscale brand, DS, just revealed a new crossover called the DS7 Crossback. It's offered with 3 gasoline engines and 2 diesels that can be mated to either a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed automatic. A hybrid version is expected to hit the market in 2019. The regular model goes on sale later this year in Europe. Chevy was the first automaker to offer 4G LTE across its entire lineup, and now it's offering owners an unlimited data plan for that Wi-Fi access. It's only $20 a month, and it's available starting today. It sure is a popular feature with owners. Chevrolet recently revealed that over 4,200 terabytes of data were used in its vehicles last year. Drones are really taking off. Sorry, couldn't help the pun. And we're starting to see a number of automotive players dabbling with the flying machines. Mercedes, Amazon, and local motors have all shown drones in vehicles, and Ford is back at it again, this time with its vision for the future. An autonomous electric van called Autolivery would be used to deliver goods in cities. You live on the 30th floor? No problem. A drone pops out of a rotisserie in the van to fly the package right up to your balcony. So you now have all the ingredients to make a last-minute dish for your guests. Amazon is working on drone delivery with the goal of making deliveries in 20 minutes instead of a couple of days. And when you see this many companies working with drones, you know it's only a matter of time before it becomes reality. Coming up next, it's time for You Said It.
We set up an obstacle course to demonstrate Bridgestone's Blizzak WS80 tires.
Whoa!
The advanced engineering of our tires helps you stop safely on ice. In fact, they stop 33% faster than an all-season tire.
Wow. Yeah, we're not done yet.
And now it's part of the show where I get to answer your questions and respond to your comments. Skyhawk 1987 Turbo wants to know, Why doesn't the U.S. have a two-door Fiesta or Focus? That's an easy one, because two-doors don't sell very well in the U.S. market. Take a look around you as you drive in traffic. You're not going to see very many two-doors. Kevin CCIE saw that we started doing 37-second car reviews, and he says 60 seconds would have been better, or 40, a round figure. Why 37 seconds? Because we love the alliteration. 37 seconds just trips off the tongue so easily. Travis Ware has a good question. Does the Jeep Compass compete with the Jeep Cherokee? Doesn't seem to be much difference in size. You're right. If you just eyeball them, they look to be about the same size. But Jeep says the Cherokee has more rear seat legroom and has an optional V6 with better towing capability. Also, the Compass will be several grand cheaper. Tango R34 heard us talk about Mitsubishi becoming the third member of the Renault-Nissan Alliance and says, I thought the Renault-Nissan Alliance also includes Lada/Vaz. Shouldn't there be 4 automakers? You are right, sir. AutoVaz is the Russian car company that has the Lada brand, and it is part of that alliance, and thanks for pointing that out. Mark K. must have heard us talking on Autoline After Hours last night about how automakers don't make much profit in China. Does any company make money in China, he asks? Well, yeah, they do, but they don't make nearly as much as they do in Europe or the United States. Remember, foreign automakers have to turn half their profit over to their Chinese partners. The only way for foreign automakers to keep all their profit is to import cars to China. But those cars get hit with a 25% import tax, so they're pretty expensive. But that's the only way that you get to keep all of your profit. GM veterans saw our story that the Lincoln MKZ will get axed at the end of 2019 because Ford's running out of manufacturing space to make it. He wants to know, with car sales declining in all segments, perhaps there would be capacity to build the MKZ in the Fusion plant. Well, I got news for you. The MKZ is made in the Fusion plant in Hermosillo, Mexico. But Ford's also going to add the Focus to that plant, which is why there's no more room for the MKZ there. But REM says the MKZ will be discontinued in name only. There will be a replacement/next generation MKZ, but it's likely to get a name and will be on a new platform, so thus MKZ is to be discontinued. Flat Rock is being expanded, and MKZ is likely to be produced there. Well, Rem, got to tell you, that's not what our sources say. According to Auto Forecast Solutions, the MKZ was supposed to go to the Flat Rock plant, but those plans just got canceled, and Lincoln has no plans to replace it. Hey, I want to thank you for all your questions and comments. You keep us on our toes. But with that, we wrap up today's show. Thanks for watching, and thanks for making Autoline Daily a part of your day.
Ward's is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now. Check your company's intranet for details, and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.